This do-it-yourself miniature forest book nook shelf insert is a cute craft for kids to make for their bookshelf. A miniature forest scene with figurines and twinkle lights tucked away in their books invites them outside while they're inside. The supply list will be at the end of the post. I cut off the side panel of my box. It opens up with a front flap, which is very convenient so you can work inside. If you're using a cereal box, you can cut off a side panel, and you can even slit open the front of the box so you can work inside if you'd like, and then tape it up later. With the front of the box cut off, I'm going to cut a piece of floral foam to be in kind of a wedge shape at the bottom so that it has a little incline as you're looking into the box so you can see better. So I'm going to use this glue stick to draw a line. It went up that high, I guess that'd be pretty good. And I'm going to use this old knife to cut my craft foam. It's very easy to cut. You just cut it like a piece of bread. The hard part is just staying straight as you go down. I'm going to glue this into the bottom. Oh, that worked out well. So I've measured the height of the inside of my box. It's 10 3/4 of an inch high. You can measure how high yours is. I'm going to break off some sticks to put inside of here to look like trees on either side of the box. So I'll probably get 2 or 3 for each side. And I'm going to do that off camera because it's kind of hard to show what I'm doing. But they won't be any taller than 10.5 inches. If your box is not a color inside that you like, you could line it with any color of scrapbook paper or construction paper that you have. A green or a blue background. I'm going to leave mine pink like it's a sunset. I've decided that in the back of my box, I want a door, and I want it to look like it's built into the side of a tree. So I'm going to make the door next, and I'm going to cut it big enough to fit my gnome. He may have to duck his head a little bit. And I'm going to draw maybe a little arched door and then cut it out with my X-Acto knife. This is just cardboard that I'm using. Be sure to have some fun and go out and take a nature walk and pick up some things like rocks and bark and things, because I think I'll be using many of these things. So I'm making this up as I go, just like you're going to need to, because you have different materials that you will find. But I want to put in the back of this box, I want it to be this bark. So I'm going to glue that in first. You can cover yours with materials that you find, or you can cover it with paper if you'd like, or draw a picture that can go in the back. Now I want that door to be right there. I think I'm going to use a stick, kind of like it's a stair, and then put the door on top of it like this. I think I'm going to color that with some marker. Just going to go straight up and down with the lines. I kind of want it to look like it's wood. Then I'm going to use a marker like this and just draw like there's little planks coming up. Maybe a few little knot holes in them. And I found this kind of cool piece of wood that I'm going to glue on top of it to make it look interesting. And then I'm going to glue the door right here. That could be kind of cool, up high like a window. And you find little things that are going to be fun at your house or in a park or something, things that you find on the ground. Okay, so I'm going to use the smaller stones to go around this door here. Okay, and that's driveway gravel. So these are some of the sticks that I cut to be the right height for the box. And I'm going to start sticking a few of those down into the foam at the bottom and maybe gluing them to the side of the box. Put a little glue around the bottom of each one to hold it. The other side of the box is going to be a little harder to do, don't you think? Make sure it can close correctly. I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm going to try gluing this last stick, which is going to be a tree, onto the lid instead of sticking it in the foam. And I think it needs to go right there. I'm going to make a hole here in the side of the box, and I'm going to run the little twinkly lights through it. Then I'll have the little control on the outside of the box. I'll probably tape that to the box after a bit. We're going to put these twinkly lights up in the branches of this tree. You might be able to see that wire a little bit, but I hope not too much. I've cut apart some of the greenery off of the little stalk that I bought, and I'm going to try gluing these into the trees, and some of them from the roof up here and some of them onto the trees themselves, but I don't want to cause them to fall over. So this is going to be kind of the green canopy. Okay, I'm going to glue it up in the top here. Kind of hard to get them to stay. Might use my pencil here to hold it so I don't get any glue on my hands. I'm wanting that to look kind of like leaves up in the tops of the trees. Okay, now some on the other side here in the front. So I'm hoping you're able to see some of what I'm doing here. I'm going to try tipping this up a little. But to come into the box, I'm going to put this little bridge. So that's what I'm going to glue here first, is the bridge on here, and then I'm going to put stuff around it. So the bridge is glued in place, and I'm going to put down 3 stones that go from the bridge to the step of the door. And I'm going to glue those down and then put moss around them. Actually, I'm going to put a little moss in first, I think. And I'll put a little moss on this side, really using a lot of my hot glue. And I'll add a little more after I get those stones in there. And I can see where I need it. It's supposed to kind of look like the mossy floor of a forest. Okay, there's a good start. Now I'm going to put the stones in the center. Again, sorry, I know this is hard to see. So here's 1, 2, and number 3. So I'll continue to work down here. I'm going to put a few of these little pieces of a fern that I bought, and I'm going to stick those down in the bottom. One on kind of on the back of close to the back door, and one on this side. That'll hide a few of those wires too, I hope. And then I'm going to put a couple right up here by the front, kind of up by the bridge, right where you come off of the bridge. Right there and right here. Hoping you can see this okay. I'm sorry, this is not an ideal filming craft. Okay, and I also clipped a few flowers. And I'm going to just stick those in into the foam. There's some little pink ones. Some of them are kind of tall actually. And there's some little white ones. The pink ones work better because they have a metal stem and it sticks down into the foam. I'll add a few more, and then we'll take a look at putting our little gnome in there. Oh, and he has a beehive. Did I show you that before? So to finish this up, I'm sticking this little honeycomb in here, and I glued the gnome to the last rock at the back. So he's right by his front door. I know it's so hard to see. Plus, I wanted you to see this cute little bird that got glued into the branch of this tree. And then this all closes up. Wow, this do-it-yourself miniature forest book nook shelf insert has been a blast to make. For more great nature craft ideas, come on over to welcometonanas.com and join the fun. There's a larger supply list needed for this craft. I pulled apart an old floral arrangement, and I'm going to be using some of those. Plus I purchased a few stems of things that I thought I could use for little bushes or greenery for the trees. I'm going to use a piece of craft foam, and I'm going to cut this kind of in a triangle shape, and so the bottom of the bookshelf has a slight incline to it. I'm also going to use some Spanish moss on the edges and in the trees a little bit. I'll be placing all of these items in a box that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. You could even use a cereal box for this if you'd like, but I thought I would try this because it has an opening here at the front, and I'm going to cut this side of the box out and then cut off the large flap that's on the top and hot glue it shut so that it has an opening in the front of the box, but I can open it and work on it in the meantime. I went outside and collected a number of items on a nature walk. I have some pebbles that I think I'll use to make a little house in the back of the box, and some rocks that are flat and round that might make good stepping stones in the bottom. I found some moss from a tree, and I picked these up in that wooded area as well. Some little pieces of like I don't know what they are, but they are very mossy looking, and little pieces of bark. And I picked up a lot of sticks that I plan to use inside for trees to glue them on the side of the box. These are some little figurines I picked up from Dollar General. They are a little gnome, this is a little honeycomb, and this is a little walking bridge. I will do probably most of my gluing with a hot glue gun. I may need a wire clipper to clip some of the greenery. And I'll cut the box with an X-Acto knife or a utility knife. And I've got my scissors handy. Oh, and the last thing I'll be using along with those figurines is a little set of twinkly lights that I want to put up in the trees so there's a little bit of light back in the box.